Hello, friends.
Hi. So every year we try to do a little video about, obviously, our birthday anniversary of Urban Nest. So we're going to do a little bit more in depth this year because we are celebrating 5 years, which is like shocking.
It's so crazy.
So this morning I was at the shop. I don't normally go to the shop on Sundays because of church and all, but we're obviously not able to do our normal church schedule. So I was at the shop this morning at 7:30, just kind of preparing for the birthday bash, bringing out a lot of new things and rearranging and all that stuff that I do. And as I was in there, I was by myself, and I always turn on worship music, and that's just kind of my time.
I can attest to that.
To sing really loud and obnoxiously,
Yes.
usually, just worship the Lord. So that's what I was doing this morning, and just really looking at the shop instead of from a workplace, those kind of eyes. I was looking at the shop with like, wow. Not wow, what a beautiful building, or wow, what cool things we have, but just wow, look what God has done for us, and it's been 5 years. So as I was just doing my thing in there and singing, and I just started really crying and just really thanking the Lord. And I know not everybody is a believer, and that's okay. You're welcome no matter what you believe, what your belief system is. You are always welcome in Urban Nest and now Urban Brew, but for us, our faith is very strong. And, I just, like I said, I was just really thanking the Lord and just in awe of what the Lord has done for us through the shop.
How we've grown as people individually, and how our walks with God have gotten just so more incredibly in depth with Him by the people that we meet, the people that we interact with, the trials that we've had to go through, from the very beginning to even now. It just reminds you of why we're doing what we're doing and who we're doing what we're doing for.
Yeah,
all the more clear.
we obviously, 5 years now, we have 2, which is where we're at, quietly sitting in Urban Brew. I just was really thinking a lot about that because, at the state we're at, we're both pretty exhausted, not in a negative way, in a positive way. And just, I constantly am asking the Lord, okay, why do you want us to do another location, or why do you want me to take on another design job, or, but He always just kind of pushes me, and obviously
out of our
Caitlin
comfort zone.
and my husband now too, to just go out and be a light and encourage people. So, that's really our mission. It's been our mission from the very beginning, and it is sometimes extremely uncomfortable because it has really pushed me out of my comfort zone, as a lot of you know me from a long time ago. But so anyways, I was just in there and I was just really thanking the Lord for what He's done for us, and in awe and shock, really. I still can't hardly believe what He's done for us in 5 years. So we're just going to kind of talk a little bit about that for a few minutes and see, take a little journey for a little bit. Kind of have like some post-it notes because we didn't want to forget.
And there will probably
just some of the things,
there will probably be some
things that we forget.
We think about them because we were talking about this the other night at my house, and we were just both in tears, just thinking of all the amazing, wonderful people that have come into our lives, and maybe they moved away now, or they might not be with us now, but
They've touched our lives.
They've touched our lives so much more than what we could even possibly imagine doing for them. And so we were in tears just thinking and talking about over the last 5 years all of the people and the examples of things that people set for us as examples and wanted us to become better. And you know, it's just incredible. So we wanted to kind of walk you through that same journey like she was talking about from the very beginning, and kind of lay out a little bit of our history and a little bit of our timeline for, you know, what God has done for us and the people that He has brought to us.
Mainly about you.
It's about you guys.
Because that's what I kept thinking when I was in the shop, is just, you know, all the different people that have touched our lives, helped us. Tremendous, in little ways to huge, you know, huge ways people have just come and helped. So, you know, 5 years ago we started Urban Nest, scared out of our minds. Not her as much as
I
me.
mean, I was scared.
But she puts on a better front than I do. And you know, it just kind of grew from maybe some painted furniture and home stuff, and then kind of went into clothing and jewelry. She was really good at ordering clothes, and you know, from the very beginning the Lord brought us Jen Pierce, and that woman has supplied us with the coolest architectural pieces and antiques and just stuff that she'll bring me, and she's like, I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but I just couldn't leave it on the side of the road, or I couldn't leave it, you know, I had to just buy it and just bring it to you to build something with. And she
was a very, very big motivator for you, especially
yes.
in the beginning, you know, letting you see, like, because she came from a design background, she put confidence in you.
She did help me a lot.
To build your confidence up enough to feel like what you were putting out there was something
Cool.
of value, or something that people would love. So thank you.
Yeah, Jen
Thank
was
you, Jen,
huge,
for that.
and she brings me some of the coolest stuff. I just love it. Fred White, he's also came into the shop and was like, I have this and I have this, and you know, he one of them that would like bring me
cool things from his travels.
the lights. Some of the lights in Urban Brew are from him, and he just says, here, do something with this. He was a great picker. But Jen obviously was literally on the floor of Urban Nest before even our opening, helping me like put stuff out and bringing me stuff to really make the shop look amazing. So, you know, Jen was like there before anybody, I think. And then, you know, Miss Kathy Gampo, so that's Vintage Rain.
We met her at the Oktoberfest in Port Royal.
Yeah, I think we did 2 festivals, and her jewelry was outstanding. I remember it downtown, and she walked into the shop and she had on this gorgeous jewelry that I had seen downtown, and you know, I commented on it, and she was like, will you like it? I made this. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, so she, you know, was intimidated to put her things in our shop, and I was like honored and just so blessed that she would agree to be one of our artists in the shop. And so, you know, Miss Kathy's been with us for almost 5 whole years now.
She's very, very special. More than even just bringing us, you know, cool things. She's always down to help us when we are
encouraging.
Hey, we need you, Miss Kathy. She's a phone call away at any point of the day, and she's more of like, kind of like a second mom to me, and she's always there with a hug or to talk. And you know, those people are very important when you're always bouncing off ideas off of people and you know, collaborating. And she's a very talented
very talented. Yeah, and doesn't think she is. That's the best part, I think. It's like she's so humble, and
everybody knows her.
Yeah, so we love her, and just so thankful for her beautiful pieces that she brings into the shop and makes. I feel like she just makes the shop beautiful with her jewels.
And I've seen people around town wearing her things too.
Yeah, and I wear a lot of her things, you know. Yeah, I have a lot of her things. So then, you know, Miss Kathy come in, and then we'd have, you know, we kind of were dreaming up and sitting around the shop, and one of our regulars at that point was circling in our little tiny, before we took the whole building, she's like, you know, if you guys ever take this building, you really need to, or if you ever expand, you need to put in some coffee, because like we want to sit down and chat and have some coffee. So at that point, you know, Kaylin's mind's spinning, and I'm thinking, yeah, right, we'll never expand, or we're never gonna get a bigger building.
We'll get a Keurig.
Yeah, we did have a Keurig actually.
Yeah.
And so I remember at that point I was like, look, I knew we probably needed to expand, but I was like, if we're gonna expand, you know, the uniform shop next door, she's gonna go out of business. Which
not in a bad way.
wasn't gonna happen, I didn't feel like, because, you know, she'd been there for 20 years. And so one day she walked over and she was like, you know, I'm done.
I'm tired.
And that was like within a month of when I had made that statement. And I was just like, oh my God, I didn't mean it, I was just kidding. So at that point, then we made the decision to take the whole building. And even our landlady, she just was like, I don't know if you should do that. I don't think you should do that, you know. And she made us sign a lease.
She was
at
kind
that
of
point.
scared. She was scared for us.
Because it was a huge step. And we took it on faith, and 2 years, or 1 year in, we opened our little coffee bar, and
started off super small.
Very small.
Because I didn't know much about coffee besides the fact that I loved to drink coffee.
Yeah.
So that was it started off super tiny, and just with a little bit of equipment that we had, like home based equipment.
Yeah.
But people liked it. It was a nice.
It
It was a nice little touch.
It did really good. I liked it because I like coffee. So then, you know, as we were moving into the other building, we had people bringing their kids, helping us move furniture from one side of the building to the other. I mean, we just had the community that was growing with Urban Nest. They just came and supported and just, you know, started helping, and so that kind of grew. And through that, I feel like then, you know, we had that little lean-to in the back of the building, and I'd always seen that lean-to as like a garden,
for plants,
something with garden center, or like, you know, I was envisioning maybe like just clearing it and putting like cute tables and some light, because we were at that point where we were like, well, we can't really do that on our own. And I'm not really a green thumb kind of a person. I like plants, but that's not really my niche.
We just didn't have enough time, and we weren't able to be committed enough at that time to take on another aspect of the store.
But God knew. He was stirring up some cool ideas in the back of our brain, and
so we start involving some plants into the inside of the store around the time. We
really did that in the beginning. We did succulents and pots and stuff like that. But
we really
aren't that good with plants compared to Miss Heather. So let's just say it.
But I'm saying, when we opened up the lounge at Urban Nest, we started getting plants and putting them on the shelves, and people would start buying them off the shelves, so we'd have to go replenish them. And that kind of was like, oh yeah, this is what it kind of reminded us, like, hey, we want to do this really soon. But we, like I said, we just couldn't commit to it, doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So
because also during that time, Doug with Beloved Coffee Roasters. He kept coming in, him and his wife. He's like, really, why don't you try my coffee? He was kind of getting started too. This was probably about 3 years ago. He started approaching us on that, and he's seen it. Like, he's seen this big, you know, coffee thing going on in Urban Nest.
We didn't. I didn't.
You did a little bit because you're the visionary of the team.
But not on the scale of what it is now. I didn't see it. Especially
now what it is right now.
Like having our sister store open, but it's at the same turn of the coin. You know, it's like, if it wouldn't have been for Doug pushing it, and God bringing Doug to us, we might have still been serving, you know, Nespresso, which is great, fine and all, but it's not on the same level as what we have now. And you know, so we're so thankful that Doug pursued us so hard because he definitely saw something and saw potential. And I not that I didn't believe that we could do it, but I think once I actually went and tasted his coffee and really started educating myself on coffee, I think that's when I saw the green lights from God, and then we started expanding the coffee bar to what it is today. And it's
and then I had to give up my workroom and build a lounge
because people would complain.
They would be sitting on our for sale sofas, which they all are anyways, but yeah.
But now they have a designated home, whereas before they would, people would, not that they complain necessarily, but we just don't have anywhere to sit and actually enjoy this cup of coffee, or
can we work somewhere with Wi-Fi?
Exactly. So
yeah, that
for you.
But it made me clear out another room to be a workroom, so it's all.
So we took on that project, and we had so much help with that. Also, we had people helping us knock down walls.
Me take down walls. Then you know who you are. Girls, it was girl power. We were knocking walls down and creating whatever we could out of the back room to
door trim and
yes. So that was fun. But yeah, it's great because I love the little lounge. It's sweet. Sweet little place.
It's a nice
to go.
touch.
Yeah. So during that, all in that's like 2 to 3 years in now, and just the Lord kept bringing us all these amazing artists, and Urban Nest became this hub for local artists. I mean, I remember when we were putting in the refrigerator over the counter, we had to take a refrigerator, a regular size refrigerator, and we had to lift it up over the counter to put it behind the counter
because it wouldn't fit.
Because it wouldn't fit through, because we weren't expecting the coffee to do what it was doing, so we weren't expecting to put a ginormous refrigerator in. And C-Sheets, Linda Dobbins was there, and she's just like, well, come on, let's just get this refrigerator and up over the counter. And so she was new, and she was just helping us carry a refrigerator over the counter. There again, girl power. We just get her done, Well, those things, we don't forget those things. Those things keep coming to my mind. Like I said this morning, I just kept thinking of all these people and all the artists, that come in. Every year we have to do like a whole Christmas overhaul, and it gets bigger every year. And all of the artists, they come in and they just start helping, because it takes it takes at least a week to get Christmas set up.
We all cry together and we bond on a whole new level over Christmas time.
And I think about that time too, Handmade Beaufort, which is Liz. We've seen this. I seen this lady. She come in and she's like, I can sew, and we
hit it off.
We give her ideas, she runs with it. Then she gets her ideas, and we give her things, and she just runs with it. Or I give her a piece of wood, and she creates something. And she has been a huge asset to Urban Nest. Even down to, hey Liz, you think you can make some vinyl for our sign outside? And she whips it up in 3 days, and just.
Or just dropping whatever she had going on to rush and help mom move a piece of furniture or
always
something.
Always helping, and always just whatever I need, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Early morning hours, she'd just come in 5 o'clock in the morning and she'd paint furniture for me. Those things are unforgettable. Help, I think, is my love language. When someone stops what they're doing and just says, here, let me do this for you, without me asking, because I don't like to ask for help. I have guilt issues. And they just say, I'm going to do this. They just come in and do it. It's just, it literally makes me feel so loved. And Liz from Handmade Beaufort has done that. She's whatever we ever needed, she does. She is extremely talented. And
we're so excited to see how far she's
grown. She's just grown.
Her businesses.
She's in a bunch of shops, and she's amazing. She's an amazing woman, and we're just so thankful to have her as well in our shop, and a part of who we are, because she's literally a part of Urban Nest and now Urban Brew. So she was one of them. Another thing that kind of started is designing, staging homes. All of that kind of was starting, taking on events. We did a Valentine's
That was,
ball.
I think, our first one of our, besides maybe a wedding, I think that Valentine's ball was like our first major event.
And I was just blown away that we were asked and just honored that someone would have enough confidence in, you know, us to take on something like that.
Big, yeah.
It was extremely intimidating, but you know, I just kept feeling that push just to do it.
And things kind of fell into place.
They always fall into place. If
And
you just walk and do what you're supposed to do, what he tells you to do, and you walk in that, he would bring me the things to create something, and you know, and usually it's on a dime, and so we try to, you know, be as frugal as we can with whatever, you know, we're given. And so Valentine's ball was one. Then I think it was last year we were asked to do homes for the holidays, and I was blown away to be asked to do that. Then Fred White and
Christy.
David Summerall, Christy White and Fred, they had asked, Summerall Construction were doing a home, they were flipping, and asked us to come in and design it with them, and that was so much fun and so huge of a, in my mind, to be able to take that on was just, it was
a renovation aspect. I think you had done like other like design jobs where you go in and, you know, rearrange people's spaces,
right.
But it was the first major,
that was the
like,
big one,
from the ground up, kind of starting from scratch and having to piece all the pieces together, and then we staged it.
Yeah, we staged it.
We had the big open house, and it was so fun.
That was a blast, and I can't thank David Summerall is another one that from Summerall Construction. He's young. The guy is extremely talented and on the ball. He has a beautiful family, and you know,
he's helped us, and you know, with
he
Urban
helped.
Brew.
Yep.
He was our general contractor, and
he drops anything. I mean, even like down to the permitting and stuff like that, where we don't exactly know what we're doing, he would just take the ball and run with it. And just the pressure of having him to be able to call and say, hey, like, we don't really know what we're doing over here, so could you, you know, use your wisdom? And he's super amazing, and that he has asked me to work now. We've done, I think we're on our third or fourth job together, designing from, you know, ground up or, you know, a renovation. And he's just great to work with. And I feel honored that, you know, he asked us to
jump on board.
Yeah, and just, you know, come in and hey, let's design this together. And it's just, it's mind blowing that somebody has that kind of confidence. So I'm more thankful and just appreciative of these opportunities that people are giving us. You know, people that say, hey, come in and help me with my camper. Okay, let's decorate a camper.
Oh, yeah.
We did that over COVID.
Yeah.
With our masks. You know, hey, could you let's decorate my camper, and would you mind helping out? No. Sure, let's go decorate a camper. I mean, those things kept us afloat. You know, going in and helping remodel another house that I did with a lady. I think we posted videos of that, and just amazing to work with. And those type of things, I'm just so thankful that people are asking. Painting your furniture, people bring me furniture and have brought me furniture through COVID. I was so busy painting people's furniture. At one point I couldn't even walk in my storage room. There was so much furniture that needed painted. Going to their homes and, you know, painting. I just did a bed, we did the grandfather clock, lots of even more work for that family. That just is, it's an honor that you're asking us to do that, and a privilege to come into your home. And Sonia Razel, she was another one even last week. She's like, hey, could you just come in and like look at my bedroom and tell me what you think? I am blown away that they're asking, you know, me to come into your home, or Caitlin to, you know, help us do this wedding and all these things. This is a privilege, and it's not forgotten, and it's so appreciated that you trust us to do that. And
there's so many
So
local businesses
local
that we
businesses
could name
that-
off that support us. They might even not even realize that we're actually paying attention to the things that they're doing for us. I mean,
we listed some names, even just of some of the local businesses that we've tried to help or they've tried to help. Bang Salon, they came in it was a few years. They not only that, but they bought like furniture for their salon, their lobby, bought all their Christmas presents for the girls through our shop. Navy Federal during COVID called every week and did bulk orders. Still do that, and we deliver them coffee to keep them going. Beaufort Memorial Hospital and all the affiliate little the Beaufort Pharmacy. They still call in every week and do an order of bulk coffee for the staff. I remember Cook on Bay when they were getting started, and the two ladies, sweet ladies, would come in and they're like, okay, so this is our budget, and could you like help us put some stuff together, because we love the way your shop feels. So, you know, we didn't design it obviously, but just they bought from us to get started to
displays.
So their displays, you know, had some vintage pieces, and so they were one. Crosta Pizza, they bought a lot of furniture as
While
well.
she was out of country.
Yeah, that was crazy. They bought to fill their restaurant like dining room tables, and they bought like a cabinet
wine
for
hutch or something.
Yeah, I mean, they did tons for us when they were getting tileology. I was just in there the other day working with them on some tile for a customer, and there's my table that they bought.
They do all their consultations.
Probably 3 or 4 years ago, the
when we
whole
first
table
got
set
started.
up, and I was like, oh, it's so exciting just to see, you know, our pieces in these local shops. Of course, Summerall Construction, you know, we named off them. Shades of Red, a lot of the girls there would come in, and the salon, they would buy coffees and still do. Circa 1810, they did the same thing during COVID, just kept us, you know, going. Effervescence,
Brittany.
Spa, I mean, this lady,
She's something
she comes
special.
in with her presence and her light, and she's a ray of sunshine every time she comes, and she's never negative, she's always positive, and just, you know, she's uplifting. And there again, you know, we did like a thing where I think it was a girls' night, and she
came
did
in
like
and did
a-
the massages for all the
of course
girls
we
that
all
attended.
bought, which you just used
I know.
one of your. I still have mine, and she keeps telling me, you need to use yours. I do need to
The
use my
massages.
massage. Yeah. So she is another one. Melissa Lyons, this lady has ministered to me amazingly. She comes in, and she's full of the Lord, and she constantly is so encouraging, and you know, she posts videos of everything that she has in her house that's from Urban Nest, and we have very similar tastes. She likes blue, I like army green, that's the only difference, but we're very much into white. And so she is another one that has really helped me personally. I know she's helped Caitlin.
She's gifted me a beautiful painting that I love, and I stare at it every morning when I wake up, and it's a reminder of her and all the times that she's come in and said something that I needed to hear, or moms needed to hear, and so it's
super encouraging.
She's a wonderful friend.
Yeah, and some of her pieces in her little shop downtown are from Urban Nest. Sweet Bay has bought mantles, and they have, you know, helped support it, and I go in there and I'll buy some of their stems. Love their stems, and just sweet ladies. We worked alongside them with Homes for the Holidays, so we got to go to the ball with, and I got to sit with her, and just, you know, these our community is amazing. We have amazing people, and Lotus,
And Miss Tina.
you know, we would do
In the
collaborations
beginning,
with.
we did a lot of collaborations with her.
Yes, and she's such a beautiful woman, so beautiful, and you know, we're just so thankful that, you know, we got to be with and around her while she was open. And sad to see that her business is no longer. That doesn't mean that she probably will have to open another one because she's super talented. And of course, is it Down by the Bay?
Down by the Bay, that.
Yeah, with Kristen.
Kristen,
Yeah, Kristen used to work for us.
before she opened.
Yeah. And then, you know, recently she had to shut down her little shop, and immediately that day she calls Caitlin. She's like,
yeah.
I really want to work for Urban Nest. Do you have any openings? And just so thankful to bring her back, you know, so she's now back in with us, and talented girl. I really love our staff.
They're incredible.
We've hired a lot of military families, which is sad in a sense because we lose them when they have to go off, you know.
But it's a beautiful thing to
But
be able to
we
build
have
those
relationships. I know I miss Sarah and Danielle, and just, you know, they were with us for, I feel like it was a couple years or in the shop anyways. And I still think about them and miss them. So, you know, we've developed a lot of friendships through the shop, a lot of relationships, and we're just very thankful. We're so thankful now that we have Urban Brew, and the Lord's allowed us to have more staff, and we had a little meeting this evening, and just seeing, you know, who God's brought into our shops and the responsibility that we have to, you know, be a light to them, to be positive, to be encouraging during this time of darkness that our country's in. You know, it's been an honor. And before we go any further, obviously we just have to talk about Chris and Heather. Gooders.
Yes. So that was before we opened Urban Brew, obviously. Heather started coming into the store, and, you know, we just fell in love with her as a person.
Her husband, Chris.
And her husband, Chris, they're amazing, wonderful people, and they're quirky, and they're goofy, and just, you know, they fit in with our little family so well. And so, you know, I don't remember how the conversation was started, but, you know, we figured out that we both loved plants, or the three of us really loved plants.
She's working at the little floral shop in Fort Worth. Is that Fort Worth or Beaufort?
Yeah, it's Beaufort.
So, yeah, and you know, she was like, hey, I'm gonna put some flowers in the shop. I'm like, great, we'll support. I think at that point it was Southern Coast.
Yeah, she worked for her own.
So, yeah, we collaborated with them for a while, you know. And Heather's very artsy, and she's just like me as far as out of the box, and will create something out of whatever
you should see the two of them together when they're trying to create something. It's really funny. I just sit back and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Would never thought of that, but, you know, it's its own unique creations, and they're insanely talented at what they do.
And so her husband, we just kept, you know, just seeing this greenhouse, and this was probably a year ago now. And so they were coming in and just, you know, buying things from the shop, buying some furniture, getting some coffee, hanging out, and we just kept building this relationship. And then, you know, one day it just kind of, I don't even know, we showed Chris, I think, the back of the building.
We were like, hey, we want to show you something. And I think we walked them outside, and we're like, hey, so we have all this space out here, and we see that, like, we kind of explain, like, our vision of, you know, so we were thinking, like, we want to do this here and this here, and I think that was kind of when they were like, oh my goodness, like, this can really happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think a couple weeks later, a month later, or something like that, they started making the drawings and
Mm-hmm.
planning out how they were going to execute it, and we kind of just handed the reins to Chris and Heather, and they've made
And we would
They've
use
made the
anything
greenhouse
that
on
we
wheels.
had in the back of the shop. We would tear down pallets. We had, I was designing a job and they were throwing away these
Windows.
beautiful windows, massive, and I was like, he went and salvaged those and rescued those with permission, of course. And, you know, just created this way more than we ever thought it was gonna be. They, way more than we could have ever did too, this greenhouse. And it was like, Chris is a first sergeant in the Marine Corps, and he kept telling me that he wanted to do something for his wife, that she stood by him and raised, you know, 3 boys while he served the country. And, you know, he wanted to build this love gift for his wife. And I would just stand back and watch him slave over this, you know, come home from being a Marine to building this greenhouse for her, and the twinkle in her eyes as he was doing it, and it was a beautiful thing and something, you know, that we'll treasure forever. We will take this with us if we ever move off of this building, because it's
so special,
movable.
Right.
And so yeah, Chris has come in and literally taken over
all of the
anything we need. He would, my husband Ken and Chris would come and build, you know,
And
the
Mike.
countertops.
My husband.
Mike did, he was super helpful with stuff too, yes. So, you know, moving furniture, painting. If I'm in the middle of moving a piece of furniture and a young guy comes in, or a woman, hey, let me help you, or can I get the door for you? Let me lift that for you, you know, because I am grandma of the shop.
We had somebody, yesterday, help you hang our new road sign out at the front.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah.
It just, that is the heart of Urban Nest and Urban Brew, is you. You all are it. And we might have dreams and visions of what we would like to do, but we would have never pulled it off without you.
And all these people.
And all of the ones that have rallied around us and pushed us, you know. Obviously the Lord's number one, and he says do something, and you know better, I know better, you do it. Even if it's super uncomfortable and it's hard, I know better. I know to do what he says to do. And I'm thankful that, you know, he's given us the strength, and he's given us all of these people to help businesses and, you know, individuals, young people, old people.
And it's crazy to think, you know, we've kind of built this business or this community, but we only facilitate it. We decided we just facilitate the building and the atmosphere of Urban Nest, and it's y'all that have created what it is today.
We've never pursued anybody outside of Urban Nest. That is the beautiful thing. All of the artists and the creative people, we've never gone and hunted them down. They've walked through our doors, and they might have been wearing something, or they might have vocally said, I do this, and we see it and we're just blown away at the talent, and we take them in, and some of them last for a while, and some of them are still with us depending on, you know, the situation, if they move, or like I said, we do a lot with the military families. And so, you know, it's been in awe. Even Urban Brew, you know, we are very frugal, and we try to have no debt, and that's something that I feel like we've worked extremely hard for. So even, you know, both businesses are debt free, thank you, Lord. And you know, a lot of that, even like the metal that's behind us, was donated by a family who said, this has a Beaufort stamp on it, and they said, this looks like something you could use, and we don't want to throw it away, and we're gonna bring the trailer, and you guys just take it and run with it. Take the metal, and it's donated here. And you know, even with that, their trailer got stolen out of our parking lot, and I tried to, compensate them and help figure out how we were going to replace their trailer, and they wouldn't let us. And immediately when I got off the phone and was just like, we had a truck stolen out of the parking lot a few years ago. So I know how it feels to lose, have something personally taken from us that we needed. And, they wouldn't let us take any or, help them replace the trailer. And I just got off the phone with the lady and I just started praying, Lord, would you bless them? If they're not going to let us do for them, money wise, bless them with another trailer, bless their business, and just bless them because of what they did for us. That's not normal in today's very dark world. We have been nothing but blessed. And things, when we have something big coming, the community somehow hears about it, gets behind us, and donates what we need, or
jumps into help.
I might have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it exactly, because sometimes stuff is handed to us and we have to be super creative. But I feel like
it's the beauty of what we are.
It is. And it's the gift that that God's given us. Is here it is. Now you create something with it. And so these are things that they're not unnoticed, and they have made us what we are today. So when you walk around and you see things in our shops
or admire something,
know that it could be somebody blessed us with that. And so I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget hurricanes. We had no idea. We're from the north, we didn't know anything about hurricanes. People were like, okay, let's do sandbags, Fred, bring us the sand and let's build some sandbags, and okay, get all your furniture up, and people would come and just help move everything up.
And then when we did evacuate, people that stayed behind would check on the shop several times a day to make sure that it was okay, and send us pictures. And those things are amazing to us, and just especially as a business owner, just set your mind at ease that everything's okay. And so we appreciate those things.
Kim, I'm trying to Kim Shapiro, she's an amazing woman as well. She lived in Wisconsin, I believe, and she would come visit Beaufort. And that woman, and I had the opportunity to tell her, in the very beginning when we were in the little unit, Kim kept our lights on. Kim would come and support, and at that time we were like, someone's buying something for $40, okay, yay, that's $40, and Kim would come and drop a couple $100, and she literally kept the lights on in the beginning. She was one of the ones that we were just so thankful for, and she became a great friend, come in, help me paint, just move furniture, whatever, just get behind us. And she moved to Beaufort, and then she just moved away and surprised us this weekend with the biggest hug, which we so needed, and it was right on time. And I didn't want to forget Kim.
And I have Ellie
Amanda.
Muckenfoos, and now it's Feltner and Amanda Stuberg.
They were huge.
Very, very, very special.
Just celebrated Ellie's baby shower today.
So, you guys, we're so overwhelmed. Like I said, with the other night, we just sat down and we just couldn't even think of all of the people and all of the circumstances and the situations. But, especially during COVID,
families would come every single day, 6 in one vehicle, and every single day buy coffee to keep us afloat. And we would literally every day just be like, I mean, it was super hard for that march through. It was really tough. And then when they closed the doors on different stuff, we were just so thankful that we had coffee and that we were allowed to stay open. and people would shop through Instagram, just seeing the posts, and we'd bring them their t-shirts or, you know, their coffee mug or whatever.
Plants.
And they just would,
'Cause Heather
had started right before COVID, her greenhouse, and they would, coffee and plants. That was it. They just baffled us, you know,
because we couldn't keep up.
how the Lord was he just supplied. But he supplied through you. You all did that, and we're just so thankful. These small businesses that are closing and that are struggling, it's heart-wrenching to us. And we do try and do our part and support what we can and go out and, you know, eat local, did Moe's and, you know, the different pizza shops, and try to do the downtown restaurants.
We hired
did
the
go out.
We hired the Saltus sushi
Chef to come to our home.
Just
You know, what we could. We didn't hardly leave Urban Nest. A lot of our girls couldn't work, and so it was me, Caitlin, and Abby, and just working every single day. And Kayla. Yeah. And so, you know, we tried to do as much as we could to help support as well.
And we still are. You know,
Absolutely.
We're full firm believers in supporting the community and thriving with other
And
small
giving back. You
businesses.
know, we did a lot of late night deliveries, coffee.
For Memorial.
Did try to do things to help out as well. Just because we kept thinking of all the things everybody has done for us, it's just been a huge blessing, and we just wanted to get on here and
Sure.
tell you all, you know, thank you for giving us 5 years. We don't know how long of a run this is going to be. It's really up to the Lord. We take it one day at a time, and but you know, today is another day, and we work really hard. We try to listen to what everybody wants. We try to keep up with the trends, with our own twist, of course, because I don't like all the trends. And you know, just we try to keep our stock of inventory at good price points for, you know, young people who want a $5 ring to, you know, ones that can afford a higher end piece of, you know, furniture or whatever. We try to keep up with, you know, all that, and love feedback for if you guys see something that you'd like us to have. We like to have local pieces. Our candles are local. We went from, you know, supporting Gold Canyon, which was, you know, not a local,
national company,
to going to our local Low Country candle company, and that's the only candle line that we have, because we want to help keep, you know, everybody going in our community. So most of our inventory is local.
contributed by locals.
Yes.
And that's what makes our style so diverse, is because it's not just her and I.
We tried
It's probably between, you know, 20 to 30 people that are collaborating with us at all
Raymanda,
points. Emily Raymanda,
she's
our
another
ceramic
one.
artist.
She's amazing at what she does. I actually trying to get her to develop some plates, some dishes that like have our last name engraved or stamped or something, so we can like have a. I want it for me.
Yeah,
It's like,
cool.
could you please develop this for me?
I
Because
didn't
I
hear
want
about
plates
that.
like with the last name and like established. See, we got ideas. We just got to get these
Things going.
of course, you know, everybody's busy and we all have stuff to do, but yeah, so yeah, just super creative. We have super creative people, and you know, we've probably taken a longer time than we were going to, but
Probably.
how do you fit it all in, you know? How do you fit all these amazing people in? I don't even know. And if we forgot, just jump on here and shout at us and tell us we forgot.
You forgot me! But as we go into this week, we really are going through it prayerfully and with a lot of gratefulness in our hearts, so I'm trying not to cry, because as we celebrate the 5 years. So when y'all see us running around this week with, you know, a bunch of stuff in our hands, and our hair's probably gonna be all crazy, and you know, we'll be a little bit everywhere, just know that you're special to us, and you make us love what we do all the more every single day. So sorry. But
It's emotional. 5 years is big.
Yeah.
We signed the 1-year lease, and I thought, oh my God, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? And 1 year, how are we gonna do this for a year? And then today it's 5 years, and you're thinking, how did we do this for 5 years? I don't know. We did it because the Lord's telling us to do it. He's inspiring us, and then He's inspiring you to come alongside and join up and, support. And that just, we can't say enough about all of you. So thank you, and please come and celebrate. We're super excited. We've all been over there doing a lot, and Heather's been helping prepare plants, and our artists have brought in and stockpiled. And so, I'll be probably over there again at 5 in the morning to finish up getting everything done, and we keep bringing new stuff out. There'll be new little tidbits every day of, what we, surprises and little things that we're gonna do on a daily basis. And if you have something that you want to share,
send us a video or
or come in and we'll video you. We want to know what we've done to help you, or something that you remember, a memory of goofy. I know I'm so goofy, but we want to hear from you. We want to know, maybe we forgot, maybe we aren't doing something we used to do. I know people keep saying paint classes, that's coming. Let's get past the birthday week, and we'll probably do a paint class in September. So, all of this is you, and it's pretty crazy, and it's pretty mind-blowing, because here we are in a pandemic, in the midst of a crazy time in the world, and we opened another one, and it's going super great, and that's not because of us. Yeah, we work hard, but that's because of the Lord, and that's because of you, and that's all we have to say. We're super thankful, and sorry we took so long. You could probably just skip through it if you wanted.
We just had to get it all out and express it. So
yeah, and we're very thankful, and we look forward to
maybe another 5 years too.
We'll see, day to day. But we'll I'll be in there Monday through Saturday next week. Caitlin will be floating back and forth, between Urban Nest and Urban Brew. But she'll be in there. And Shop Baby, she is growing up, and she's pretty good at selling. She goes around following everybody around, saying they need something. So she's pretty funny. But yeah, so we just want to say thank you, and come celebrate, and just let's all stand back in awe, because that's literally what we're doing, is standing back and saying thank you, Lord. And if that offends somebody, I'm sorry. That's who we are, and that's who we will be, and it's not fake, it's not a put on, it's genuine. And until the Lord tells us to shut the doors, or that time's up, we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and we're going to keep giving all the glory to Him, and we're going to keep thanking you for what you've done. And we just wanted to let y'all know that, and tell you thank you so much.
I'm sorry for the very long video.
We're sorry.
All right, well, I guess we'll sign it off for now. But this was fun. We should do this.
No, nobody wants to listen to us for
maybe not this
30
long.
or
I
so
don't even have to
minutes.
watch on. But
I am sorry.
we'll do this again maybe soon. Maybe after the birthday when we have new stories.
Yeah, but it will be 3 minutes, because Mom will be wanting to go to bed.
Oh boy. All right, y'all.
All right, good night. Thank you.
Good night.